good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Whatever time it is, wherever you are at, make sure that you do sign up for rumboys.com. Always have to put that out there before we get started, anytime that we do a show. And as always, cheers to me, cheers to you, all the rum boys and girls, what it do, dilly dilly. Now, before we get into the read portion of what we are about to get into, the story, you guys already see the thumbnail as you came in. You see the title of this piece here. This is a very somber moment to have to report. This is the bad side of reporting and analytics. But with me today, of course, it is our New England Boston correspondent. Ladies and gentlemen, Butcher's Block of Patriots Talk. Rum Boys Northeast is on the line with us. Bobby, talk to the people.
What's up, guys? Unfortunately, we're coming at you with some unfortunate. I mean, this. Let's be honest, Robbie. This sucks. Having to report stuff like this. This sucks. There's no if and easy way to just. That's the only word that I could really come up with
Yeah.
to report stuff like this.
E-
It just sucks.
Every job has a unfortunate shitty side to it, and this is our unfortunate shitty side to it.
Because usually we're coming at you guys happy and upbeat and with fun sports stuff, and unfortunately this is the other side of stuff.
Yeah, we have to talk about something that is definitely not a joking matter. I know that we always joke about Antonio Clown. He still is going to be Antonio Clown because it's a clown thing to do. I did reach out to a source, a buddy of ours over at ESPN. I am just gonna get into this read. I'm not gonna read the full article. Bobby, you have
Just
this
listen.
piece.
You don't need to read the full article to get the gist of what's going on.
Exactly. I'm just gonna break down some of the cliff notes, but I do just want to make sure I'm reading and referring at the same time, and then we're gonna
Yep.
go ahead and provide our takes. Um, so Antonio Brown's attorney Darren Heather has issued a statement adamantly denying the allegations and claiming that she who of which we talk about Antonio Brown's former trainer Brittany Taylor, who they did know each other at Central Michigan. Before we get any further, these young two do know each other. And by the way, to my source, I greatly appreciate you giving me this piece. Um, but and claiming she only filed the suit to punish him for refusing to invest 1.6 million in a business project back in 2017. So Brown is claiming that this relationship and this jealousy is coming from a investment proposition gone wrong in 2017. Brown and his defense have stated that they are going to be looking to push back and pursue all legal remedies to not only clear his name but to also protect other professional athletes against false accusations. Now, before I do proceed any further with these cliff notes that I have here, I would like to state that Miss Brittany Taylor herself was a high power athlete herself in the form of a gymnast. So, you know, something's not right here. Something's not right here, but we're going to get into it. Um, so, New England Patriots star wide receiver, the defendant claims she was sexually assaulted and raped uh, during three separate encounters. And that, once again, that defendant be Brittany Taylor. The first incident apparently happened in June 2017 during a training session when Brown exposed himself, kissed her without, and then kissed her without her consent. Taylor then describes a second alleged incident later that month Brown, while positioned behind her, began to masturbate near her without her knowledge and ejaculated on her back. The third incident is where things get very, very, very gruesome. Uh, Taylor claims the first incident occurred at Brown's home in Pittsburgh, and the second incident occurred at Brown's home in Florida, which is where he did take off after his tenure with Pittsburgh, going through the dispute with the organization. Several months later, the accuser claims Brown reached out to her to express contrition and begged forgiveness. Taylor claims Brown begged her to continue training him, and after initial hesitation, she ultimately agreed. However, the woman claims nearly a year later, on May 20th, 2018, Brown uh, cornered her, forced her down onto a bed, pushed her face into a mattress, and forcibly raped her. The woman claims she tried to fight back, but Brown was too strong and physically overpowered her. In the suit, the woman claims
That's a given though. And
exactly,
about that. Probably 100-pound gymnast versus Antonio Brown, not a chance.
exactly. Brown refused to stop, according to the suit, and penetrated her. The woman claims in her suit Taylor describes herself as a 20-year-old world-class gymnast who competed at elite levels of international competition. So all in all, um, Taylor then, shortly after the incident, um, she began to experience stress, lost almost about 30 pounds in weight due to depression and stress. Of course, we know Brown ultimately may or may have not self sabotaged his relationship with the Oakland Raiders to force his way to potentially a Super Bowl ring with the New England Patriots, and definitely taking less money in order to be able to pursue said opportunity. Now, with this being said and being reported, of course, you can't be a New England Patriot without getting a conviction. So we bring in our own New England correspondent to give his take.
Why you gotta put it like that, bro? Why you always gotta be taking digs at my team?
I had to slide it in there somehow, Bobby, but go ahead.
Come on, man. Like this sucks. Like, like, like Louis and like, I hate to like Louis and Juice when I was a guest on their show, the
Rum Boys
Fantasy
LA.
Football Bar. They
Yeah,
made a
Fantasy Football
perfect
Bar.
like this. Like Antonio Brown's that guy that like has all like he's such a waste of talent, man. Like how like this is such a stupid move. Like why? Like I don't understand, man. I don't get it. I don't understand. I like it's like why would you do something like the Patriots were your last shot? Were your last shot,
So,
and you had to go and
and there had to be something that, of course, because it's you, it gets brought up. Jake Miller states the lawsuit may be thrown out, in parentheses, innocent until proven guilty. But I would be surprised if he is not put on the exempt list while the case is open. Football should be the last thing on his mind. That I do agree with that final sentiment. Football should be the last thing on Antonio Brown's mind right now. Clearly, there is too much going on in his life in order to be a full on contributor.
see now this makes I hate to like trace it all the way back, but doesn't this make you wonder like what if this the timeline kind of lines up with the Steelers cutting him, doesn't it? Like first the Steelers first cutting him. Like what if they had found out about this and been like, this is going to be a PR nightmare and decided to cut ties right then and there, and we're done with him.
I
On top of his already diva attitude, now they have a possibly now they possibly have this massive PR hit headed their way.
with with the whole self sabotage and the potential of self sabotage um, that had came out uh, recently with him getting transferred to your team, the Patriots. Um, this does not surprise me, Bobby. I'm going to be completely honest. If the Patriots, with what you just said, or I'm sorry, the Steelers, with what you just said, maybe had severed ties right at the right time, just because maybe they knew something or had a suspicion, or whatever the case may have been, it does not shock me. It does not surprise me.
And let's
um,
be honest, with the actions of Antonio Brown lately, like, can you, like, even if you're skeptical about this, like, where there's smoke, there's fire, bro. So
yes.
it might not be 100% true, but there's probably some truths in there in between all in between the lines, you know.
So
And it's just like,
so I want to point out Connor Burke's comment. I'm not gonna fully read it on, but he says the second incident story doesn't make sense. The masturbation story doesn't make sense. It's just flat out what he said. Fine. Um,
but this is what I mean. Like, there's like a lot of some of this stuff. Like, this is a me and Robbie. We were talking before. This is a very fluid situation, guys.
yeah, we
Like,
do not
very
have.
fluid situation. Like, I can tell right now, I'm gonna be up late tonight monitoring this thing as it unfolds. Because every, like, it seems like every 20 minutes we get new facts.
Exactly, exactly. By the way, everyone that is new checking out, for all breaking news, subscribe to this channel. We've been monitoring all of his activities very closely since, well, honestly, the beginning. Um, I'm, I'm curious to see, like you said, we're gonna be up, and we're gonna be monitoring this. Ty's gonna be dropping his piece over on Sportscaster. I'm very curious to see what comes of all this. Right now, we do not know. We know that he has a defense, and he states that, nah, I didn't do it. Whatever. Like parts of it seem weird. And one of the first things that I said, I was like, wait, like, you know, what was
Let's
it like?
just let's just say this: if even half of this stuff is true, and with the text messages that she sent, that he sent back and forth to this woman are real, and those are, like, he's a troubled individual.
Yeah,
If
there are text messages out
if this
there.
comes out as being all true and all facts stand up and everything, like, that is a troubled young man, and like, that's a troubled and sick person to do that to a young woman.
Oh, most certainly, most certainly. There are text messages that are out there. You guys are going to want to head to rumboys.com, sign up for rumboys.com. Article is going to be released. Expect that to maybe probably be like cropped in there somehow.
And
Um,
it's guys, they're not fun.
yeah,
Some of
there.
those text messages that he
It,
sent her are not fun to read.
yeah, it is definitely something that we cannot display. Uh, I mean, we say a lot of off the wall things and talk about a lot of things on this channel. We get wild, we get crazy, but this is something here uh, that we're gonna allow the writing staff to go ahead and and take care of, so that you
And
guys do
yeah,
get the
if you
full
guys want to
story.
see the text messages, they'll be up on rumboys.com.
Yeah,
They'll be up there.
rumboys.com will have everything there. Um,
Like, honestly, Robbie, like, this, you caught me, like, I'm kind of speechless, man, because, like,
we
this
are.
was his last chance. And I'm saying this from the standpoint of, let's just say, guys, hypothetically, that this stuff stands up and it is true, then this man needs help, and football should be his last thought.
Yes, yes. The NFL at this point would have to step in. In all honesty, Tone Loke
Because
says,
I'm seeing a lot of stuff, Robbie. I'm seeing a lot of stuff, Robbie, that says, like, there's 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 like, I don't know if it's mixed reports or just, you know what it is? It's different sides of the story, and, like I
yes,
said, this is a very fluid situation.
Tonlog says explains why he needed the guaranteed money. Um, there's a lot going on in the chat right now. One thing that I can say is that I do appreciate our source for giving us both sides because I feel like we got a fair story of both sides.
No, no, oh yeah, no, absolutely, absolutely, yeah. But this is what I'm saying. Like this is yeah, guys, I can tell you, I'll be up late monitoring this, and anything comes through, it will be relayed back to the flagship station there on my boys. It will definitely be relayed back ASAP.
Most certainly, most certainly. But at this moment, guys, this is all that we have to report on the story. Still 58. Thank you for joining. Brodomanis Okay. Chris Senior, what's going on? If you guys are new, make sure that you do subscribe to the channel. We are going to be following this very closely. Both of our phones are going to be fully charged, on, ready, and our whole staff is going to be all hands on decks, all hands on deck in order to get this all wrapped up for you guys in regards to what's going to be happening. Smoky One says that he thinks it's extortion. Billy Bob, hopefully he loses the case and gets jailed, and let's hope the Lord won't help him. There's a lot of different viewpoints on this. Me personally, if it is true,
If it is true, this is sad. Like
you need to go.
that young
Yeah,
man is a troubled young man.
exactly.
And somebody needs to help his ass because that is something that you do not do, bro. I don't care what your profession is. You don't do that. No, 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 no.
J Love was Jordan Love, one of our writers, was a source. Make sure you guys do follow Jordan Love. But Jordan Love was one of the sources, but we did dig a little bit deeper, and before we reported anything, we consulted to a higher power.
We had to we had we can't, we're not, I don't, yeah, we had to dig deep on this one, guys. We did.
Yes, we definitely had to dig deep. Nick Howard, what's going on, Nick Howard? By the way, Jordan Love knows about what we know about. But everything is crazy right now. I see a lot of new people in here. Um, yes, we did see the vid convo between him and person with proof of this being a setup. Check it out on YouTube. Is it on Antonio Brown's YouTube? Curiously enough.
This is what I mean. Like every so often, like every half hour, every hour, guys, we're getting like a little piece to the puzzle. So I think
Yes.
the next 24 hours are gonna be interesting. Following this, because we don't right now we don't really have a lot of concrete facts.
Yeah, we don't have. But right now, I wish that we had all the evidence. Um,
So we could make our own judgments and calls and opinions.
exactly. Right now, we cannot fully formulate anything. We do want to.
We're just trying to put out to you guys what's there, what is out there as of right now.
Yeah. But the more that we get, the more that we know. The second that we know, you guys will know. Um,
I will say this though, as a Patriot fan, and for anybody who's listening from or in the New England area, the Boston Globe, the Boston Herald, Barstool, all of your major Patriots beat writers, they are the 98.5 The Sports Hub. For those of you in New England, you know what that is. 98.5 The Sports Hub is covering this. The Boston media and the Patriots beat writers are on this.
most certainly, most certainly. More importantly, we're on this. More importantly, we're on this.
No, but it's being, there's people are digging, guys. People are digging. We're giving you, and as soon as concrete facts come through on my end, they will be relayed as soon as possible onto this channel.
Let's see here. I'm just looking at something really quick. before we head out to see if there is something else out there. So right now, we do not have there. We do know that there's an Instagram conversation.
Robbie, and how they've dealt with stuff like this in the past. If it does come through that this stuff is true, then Antonio, if it does come through that this stuff is true, and the facts that everything that's out there right now lines up, they will more than likely cut ties with him. More than likely.
And they will have to. That is something that I am fully in support for. Yeah, so the IG convo,
They
yeah,
will.
we
As an organization, they will cut ties.
yeah, so the IG convo, we have Shooter Beat BTV. Like I said, that is going to be up on runboys.com. We're going to get all these details all sorted out for you guys. It is going to be on runboys.com. We will be reporting it to you via YouTube, so make sure that you are subscribed. You do have the notification bell hit, because we are going to be reporting this for you guys. As well as our writing staff will have some articles on the website for you as well. Ty Boogie is going to be working the sportscaster side of things in regards to this story to make sure that everything is in alignment. CBD zone, we do not know. It could be a money grab. We are awaiting all of these details. Tom Brady said, "How if it's not true? We don't know. We don't know." Like I said, we are gonna be reporting this for you. Like I said, I see a lot of new people here. There's a lot of people that are curious about this topic.
Late night for Rumboys Northeast.
Very, very late night. Very late night, probably for all divisions. We are all gonna be working this. Bobby, anything else that you have left to say? Pigskin Pete, what's going on? She said he busted a nut in like 2 minutes. Gotta be BS, says Pigskin Pete. That's what I'm like. Here, all right. So really quick with the second incident, I am gonna go ahead and say this. All right.
The second incident has more holes in it than Swiss cheese.
Exactly. How like on your back? So were you like on all fours, doggy style, and like he was standing up? Like there's how did, I'm not trying to go all the way into it, especially not here on YouTube, but. How did you not know? Like that's just that's really what I want to know. Like how did you, I'm done holding back, Bobby. The second incident is what disturbs the fuck out of me. Okay, I'm gonna be.
That's the one that has the most inconsistencies in it.
Bobby, how listen. Here's what I want to know. Like. I have kids. I've made kids. You know, how do you just
that incident is the one that has like that's the one that kind of makes no sense.
Like it doesn't. It makes exactly no sense. I mean, like you have to. Something had to be going on. Like. People don't just
the one thing that I don't get is like you're that you're really that oblivious to like your you know what I mean, surroundings.
Exactly. Like, listen, my mama always taught me to be aware of your surroundings. Okay, like you didn't look up. Like oh my gosh, like why is that out? Like you didn't say nothing. Like there's so I mean unless he.
The second story is what has me kind of being like that. That's what the second story is what I'm most skeptical.
You know, you didn't reach up and kick him. You didn't.
If any more information comes out, I want like.
Listen.
If you can like validate that second story, because that's like the most batshit crazy story.
Listen, any man raising a daughter would let his daughter know that is, you reach up and you kick him in the dick. Like, You didn't hit him. You didn't hit him. You didn't. She says in the third story she tried to fight off. Like you didn't. I get that he's bigger. I get that he could have verbally assaulted you during that altercation, which therefore could have caused trauma, which therefore could have frazzled you and made you like what like I'm stuck in this situation. What am I gonna do? Like I get it. Women are very vulnerable creatures. That part I'm not denying. Like being someone that was raised by a woman, like I'm not gonna deny that. But but
It's just that the fact that she was that oblivious to her surroundings kind of has me a little sketched out.
exactly like come on like obviously if you didn't notice if here's my thing if you didn't notice so then that means he just one and done. That was a if you're
So hey, Smokey One in the chat has a very good point. His comment says 3 separate times she said stuff happened. Why the fuck are you going back
back
around?
around him. There's this thing called restraining order, witness protection program. Like there's a lot that you can do. The story does lead off with a $1.6 million investment. They do have history back to Central Michigan.
So like this is what I'm saying. It just the second story just doesn't make a lot of sense to me.
The
That's
second
all.
story is where lines just get completely blurred. Like if in the third incident you state that you tried to fight back and if you at that point you had enough like in you to fight back, like don't you think when he like whipped it out that you were gonna like and in his text messages, so in the text messages you guys are gonna see on rumboys.com, in the text messages he states, which by the way Antonio Brown can't type worth a damn. Maybe it's the ABCTE in his head. I don't know. But what I Birds to knock the CTE loose. What I am going to say with this as well, my brother, is that like, bro, I'm at a loss for words. What I am gonna say with this as well.
I couldn't even when I was reading this when we were getting ready to report this story. Like I couldn't like the first thing that came to my mind. The first thing that came to my mind. My gut reaction was, if this is true, Antonio Brown, you idiot, like this was your if, and I repeat myself, if this is true, and if these facts line up, and he in fact did perpetrate this against this young woman, he is an absolute idiot because he just blew his last chance.
Yeah, yes, he did. If this is true, but
This is it, bro. The Patriots were it.
this
Okay.
this has both sides of with this story. There's two sides. There's one side, AB could have done it, and one side, there's a money grab here, and it could be a combination of both.
This is what I'm saying. Like it's probably a mesh of both stories because once you get large amounts of money involved with stuff like that, people do. Robbie, you know what money can do to people.
Mm-hmm.
Makes them do some nasty
But
shit.
in the text, hold on, in the text that everyone is going to see on rumboys.com, he refers to his baby moms and his baby moms knowing about her and knowing her. And even apparently the baby moms knew about their involvement.
No, but this is what I'm saying. Like this is what I'm saying. It's an extremely fluid situation, guys. Like like it's literally in the last probably hour we've gotten little pieces of information about 20 minutes at a time. Every 20 30 minutes we get a new piece of information. It's this I guarantee this story goes a lot deeper than what I mean. Like we're gonna find out little bits of information probably throughout the night and into tomorrow morning.
I mean, like we have both stated, we are both gonna be up for this. I know the rest of the staff is gonna be following this. Um, we do appreciate everyone for joining. La
I
Verede
mean, Robbie,
one.
to be honest, if you want my gut reaction, he's he's stupid enough to do something like that. If you want my gut reaction, like just straight gut reaction and putting all emotion aside, he's stupid enough to do something like that. He is. He's stupid and crazy enough to do that. And if it is proven true, and if it all does line up, then like I just told you guys, this was his last
Let's
chance,
face it. Let's face it.
I would be shocked in 24 to 48 hours if this was proven true and he's still a Patriot.
Let's face it. Okay. Also, even in there in the text, there's no evidence of anything being one consensual. Okay, there's no evidence. All right. So I just want to also put that out there. There's nothing clear cut that says yes. Neither one said anything back and forth to the other about that. Another thing that I do want to point out. Another thing that I do want to point out. Another thing that I do want to point out from his whole instance, speeding away from the cops and getting away with that, to the phone recorded conversation. This isn't the first thing. You know, those were more smaller things. You know, smaller incidents. But this isn't the first time that he would have had a conflict with the law. Bad things come in threes. Bad things come in threes. And very well could this be the third thing that gets him in some serious legal trouble.
I just like I really don't like I don't know what to like say, man. Like it's like I just have to sit here and it's another controversial thing for Antonio. Like I literally just have to just sit here and shake my head at it because
Mm-hmm.
I can't like you shot your way out of Pittsburgh, then you shot your way you know you did some
Out of Oakland.
you know then you shot your way out of Oakland too, and now you landed here with us, and it's your last chance to 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 try and straighten your ways out and get back on a good path and going in the right direction. And like this stuff drops, like come on, Antonio, like come on, man.
You know, the only thing that I have left to say is make sure you guys are locked in on this channel. Go back through. You can see that we've been following him and we've been covering this closely. Um, Hit that big red button. Support the channel by doing that. And also check out rumboys.com for more details. But at this time, this is all that we have to say. Cheers to me. Cheers to you. All the Rum Boys and girls, what it do.
Dilly dilly, guys.
Dilly
Y'all have a
dilly.
good night.
Yup. We'll see you guys on the website. We'll be interacting with you guys through the forums on there.